Hi guys. Um, I wanted to do a video on fractals again and dollar Swiss. We are in a sell on dollar Swiss. Why is that? Well, our numbers are red finally, so we must only go in this direction. I'm going to show you something quite interesting here. If we just look at this chart from this perspective, we are not even seeing one whole fractal of the picture of the reality. We're only seeing half. We can't see where this is at relative to the other, the move down or move up, whatever happened here. And we also can't see this here, where this is relative. So we have to zoom out to see the chart better. Okay, that is still not one fractal. Okay, that is better, but we still can't see the one to the left, below here. But this is a new level that's just freshly formed. So what we'll do, let's go out a fractal. Okay, it's too much. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in here, but I'll come out out here. Right now we know where we are. We're here relative to this area. So that is your one fractal. Okay. Now, when you go a fractal down from this, you'll essentially be here. But sorry, if you go half a fractal down, you'll essentially be here. You're still in the same fractal, right? This is the whole fractal, but you're only seeing now half of the picture. So in terms of these guys and most of these mainstream people, if you look at all of their videos, they only show you this. So they're deceiving you. They're not showing you the rest of it. Okay. Okay. Half a fractal. Where is this relative to the one to the left? I don't know. I can't see it. Another one. Oh, this one's better. He's showing you finally a better picture here, but you still don't see that where this is. But that's okay. We'll go with this being one acceptable fractal. No, it's better. Better. But he's a little tight here, you know? A little tight here. All he's got to do is press the zoom out button twice, or just go to a weekly and zoom in a bit, right? But they're all doing this, guys. Okay. Another one here. You don't see this. I don't see the whole picture here. S&P, look. He's only been showing us from when we were back here. He's only been showing us this. He wasn't showing us the other section, the other area, the other high. Anyway, and then another fella that does the same. Okay, so don't trust these people. Okay, they show you the same thing. This guy has better. This guy's a lot better, right? But again, here it is. Look, what is this? I can't see it. Why are you deceiving me? Why are you not showing me the rest of the picture, mate? Next. So the reason we're short here is because the monthly numbers here were long, and in the individual indexes, Swiss and dollar. Okay, Swiss and dollar, uh, both both are green, with the dollar being stronger here. But now, as you can see, it's a weaker. It's 100 weaker, right? So even though it's green, it's still weaker now than the Swiss. So that level here where initially it happened. Um, the numbers were like minus 120 or something on the first hit here, and now they're at 55, and we're up here. But this is the level. So um, here it was green, everything positive. It broke it here, came over, and now it's back below again. Come back, and now we're selling again because it's saying 55, and this is more negative than this. Okay. So let's go back to this fractals, and then I'll try to show a picture of how we want to fine tune these entries further. So we know that this is our fractal. We're happy that this box now is one fractal, one reality. Okay, just imagine you're a squirrel and you're born into this world, and you're in a park, and you know everything in that park, and that's your reality, and it's surrounded by highway, and you can't cross the highway, or a river or something. You're on an island, and that's where you're at. You can't see the outside picture. And that's all you know. Um, so, for example, if you found a wolf that lived in the wilderness that never had human contact, his fractal, okay, would be here. We'd basically have to go to the monthly and zoom out, because the perception of his reality was never altered once. He knows exactly where he is, and what he sees, and everything that he knows about this reality is coming to him from his soul and from nature. It hasn't been twisted in any way. But what they've done with us is they've put us down to here and here. And now once the metaverse comes out, okay, and the kids are doing school in the metaverse, and people are watching ball games in the metaverse, they're going to be a further fractal down here. So they're on the 1 minute chart zoomed in. They'll not, those guys, once they're in the metaverse, plugged into this transhumanist dot tattoo reality where it's controlling everything they're doing for them. And that's essentially, they're almost there now, because I see people at corners of streets staring at their cell phones looking for the hotel, instead of just using their eyes and looking at the numbers on the address, and walking to it or asking a human being. They stare at their phone, so they're now completely dependent on their phone. They're unable to lose the phone and see at least this part of the fractal, or here. That would be give us a bit more glimmer of hope if they could see that. But the wolf is on this fractal. Okay. If you ask him if the world is flat, he's going to tell you yes. He's not going to say it's a spinning ball, and we were monkeys. He's not going to tell you that. So that's that really, and you can see we can't even see this fractal, this red box that we've just drawn out, which is so massive. Really, this is defining this entire area. It's a critical moment right here where we are in the dollar Swiss. But if you're the wolf, you couldn't care less about this because you're short from there, and whatever you're doing, you're coming down here. If that's where this is going, who knows? So anyway, how do we fine tune these entries? I wanna be selling here, and how are we going to do this better? First off, we look here on a local perspective, because these numbers will transfer into here. Okay, so it says Right, this is Swiss index and this is Swiss yen. So 1 minute, sell Swiss, sell Swiss. Right. Um, these ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we've seen the dollar. Okay, so we'll bring the dollar over though. We need to look at that. Hang on, where has it gone? Oh, here. Sorry about this, folks. I'm trying to freestyle these videos as much as possible, so um, so the dollar is red. The numbers are red here. Now this is Swiss. 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 Okay. So if we wanted to be a seller here, we'll put this in to fine tune the entry. All right, so we'll look at a minuscule fractal because we don't need to see the whole fractal right now because we know where we are. We've just discussed that. So we look at this here now, and we watch 1 minute. Okay, they're selling, they're selling, they're selling, they're selling, they're selling, they're selling. So you'd have permission to sell the dollar Swiss here, but Swiss yen is green, they're buying, and then the Swiss index is green, they're buying. So you draw now a red line where you know 100% that they were selling. I'll move this. Just get this off. I don't need that anymore because we know right what we're doing with that. So this is our fractal down. Tiny fractal, but we don't have to see all of the rest of that because we now have permission to fine tune this entry based on our analysis. Okay, so we're just going to monitor at this point these numbers, right? If we see them here, um, if we see them all going green, every single one of them, and obviously Swiss yen would have to be red and Swiss index red, then we pause. We don't undo our trade, we just pause because we're still in that monthly perspective, the underlying fractal. Anyway, but that's what we're doing. That's kind of what I'm trying to explain as how to look at things from a fractal slash different sized reality perspective. However you want to vision it, it doesn't matter. Your truth is your truth. Anyway, peace. Cheers.